welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So naturally, the first thing I did when I got to the salon was wash my locks, and they dried it. Then the guy had to start by separating the locks and making clean parts. So that was it. I'm not going to lie because some of my locks were married at the root because I had gone without a root twist for about 3 months, and some of the locks were married at the root. So this part was a little bit painful when he had to separate individual locks. And we're moving on. This is him trying to separate. So what he did was comb twisted. He put a little bit of edge control, or should I say Odin gel? Yeah, Odin gel, and it just twisted it to a particular direction so that it wouldn't come undone. This was and is a little bit painful, don't let me lie, but I blame my married looks. And the process went on and on. He did it for each and every one of my looks. One thing I like about this method is how they pay. Oh no, let me just say generally what I like about locking my hair is how they pay attention to each strand of my lock. It's just I don't know, it's just suiting in some kind of way. I just like it very much. Then we're moving on. It did that for a while because I wanted you to see the way he did it. So this technique is using is called it's called palm rolling. So he had to after separating each of the locks from the root, the married locks from each other, he picks the locks one by one with a little bit of holding gel, and he then twists it to a particular direction.
Two girls with my baby. Me join and we love. I say bad boy, I'm single. 20 girls and we love. It puts you, yeah, the massive party done, it's start to everybody done the dance. It puts you, yeah, the massive party done, it's start to everybody done the dance. Changes went on.
After carefully patting that particular lock is working on right now, there was a little bit of my hair that was sticking out. So what he did was wrap it around the closest lock, and he added a little bit of wood gel and twisted to a particular direction so it stays put. And this was me telling him that the line on his pattern wasn't straight. So the thing is, when you're getting your locks done or retwisted, you can't sleep off, bro. I mean, I know I personally cannot sleep off before they'll go and do Gary Olukumagi for me at the salon. Don't ask me what that means because I don't even know. It's something my mom says. But yeah, you understand what I'm trying to say is you have to be watchful, you have to be vigilant because sometimes shit happens. And I don't like stories that hurt. So at this point, he hydrated, he put a little bit of leave-in conditioner and water in a spray bottle and hydrated my locks again. Apparently you can't style locks when they are really dry. They have to be like kind of moist. They should have moisture. It should not just be totally dry. And I don't know, he went in with the sponge. I don't know. I just know that I don't know what that process is called, but I just know that it gave my locks a shiny look, and I don't know, it just made it look very nice. Made it look very, very nice. At this point, I was ready to go, but I wasn't done. We were nowhere near done. So what he did was pay attention to individual locks, and it was at this point that the lock repairs started. So what he did was pay attention to individual lock. He also retwisted the roots of the lock that come undone, and he also moisturized again. So you see him. He moves my camera for me. Bless his soul. You see him retwisting the roots that come undone or that were not tied or properly done. And they went in with a crochet pin to fix the roots so that they stay there, so that they don't come undone even if put water, or um even if I scatter my hair. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say, but I just hope you get it. So he went in with a crochet pin, stitched together the roots of my locks, and he fixed the individual locks that had split ends or irregular end or coily ends. It just gave them this very nice look.
Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't give up till I'm on top. Yo, no, I ain't the type to give up. If I do something, man, I do it till I get what I want. I turn a business out of nothing into something I love. I got a poker face, but honestly, I'm not one to bluff. I flip a switch, never miss, man, I always stay up. Don't let them see you, bitch, always have a plan to stay tough. This life ahead of you ain't easy, it was built to be rough. But that's what makes a personality, is tragedy, bruh. So keep your head on your shoulders, now we ain't out here moving rocks, we
For he went in with his air cream. I don't know what exactly is in that cream, but it's a lot. I'm sure it's a lot because it's costly as fuck. I mean, I've not bought it, but anytime I ask him how much is it cost, I'm just like, I just go with essential oils like coconut oil, argan oil, tea tree oil. Please, I think those are between my budgets that I can handle those. And it went in for a while. It put a lot, but I guess I mean just enough, but also a lot. And it went round and round. It massaged it in, and I think that was it was really really soothing. I didn't want him to stop, but he had to because it was getting painful at a particular point. But if you see clearly, it just went in, and he did it for a while. Then he scooped my hair up, more like he scooped all my locks up, and he was trying to put them into a ponytail so that it would start the interlocking process. So for people that are just starting locks, I would not advise them to use interlocking because not everybody knows how to do it. And constant interlocking thins out the root of your locks, and it just gives you one kind of unhealthy look. Unhealthy look. It just gives your lock a kind of unhealthy look that you might not be satisfied with in the long run. So what he did was he used the crochet hook and interlocked to different sides. Like it went up, then it went down, it went left, then it went right. So at this point, I had about 1 inch of undergrowth on my hair. So it had to go with the pin about 3 to 4 times because there was build up. And why interlocking is good is because for me, why it's good for me is because I always pull down my locks in about a week or a week and a half after I get it styled. Interlocking the roots of my lock just makes it look very neat and easier to style. And when I let down my locks, eventually when I get tired of the style and I let down my locks, it just I don't know, it just makes sure that there is obvious difference between the last build up and the recent build up. So that's why I go for the interlocking. And I don't interlock my hair often, and I also don't get a retwist often. I space it about 3 months, sometimes 2 months, sometimes 3 months. I think 3 months is the longest I've gone. Yeah. 3 months is the longest I've gone. Now, the next time I'm going to get a retweet will be sometime in November. Just telling you in advance. So, in case you see me all preppy and my looks are down, don't get mad. I'm just trying to space my retwist. I don't know if you saw what he did clearly, but that was him retwisting it to different size. Then he went in with the crochet pin to stitch the roots of the lock together.
Like to complete the big shark vibe, big shark.
Okukujo.
That day for assembly.
So here it was done attending to the locks, and we were left to styling and also, you know, repairing the locks that seemed out of place or too much. That was me pointing out to him some locks that were thick at the end, so he had to tuck them in and just fix them. So this was him styling my hair. I'm going to tell you people what happened. So this was the first time I was going to style it like this.
Now, say I don't go to police, I don't come. I know people that are not. I want to look for this way. Guy, like, now they do my I see most of my mates, they don't post on Facebook. Wow. Let God come bless, make God get money.
Which song is this one?
You don't know, say now I'm coming artist. You know they pass your body. Does this for your body. I give you 3 o'clock. If you never knock, you don't call me. Ṣe bí iṣẹ́ mo ṣe lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀. Olè ṣì still dey. Kí ló kàn mí? Ìyá tó pè mí mo sọ fún mo ní mi láì kọ́ fún máa tẹ̀sí mi ẹ̀ olóòtú gbọ́.
Naturally, when he was done styling, I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw because it was giving a Shun worshiper or Urusun festival people. And I'm like, nah, let's take it out. We can't do better than this. I mean, and we tried again and we got this, and it was so nice, and I was very satisfied. Then I gave him some beads, about 6 pieces of beads to put at the back, and so the style that came in the back was just normal twisting. So he just twisted them and put 6 pieces of bead and rubber band, and boom, we were done. And I was so excited because I looked so good, and it's been 3 months without a proper hairstyle, so I was very excited. I'm not even going to lie, and it was really nice. It looks really good, and I looked really nice. The next stop was my barber's shop. I had to get the whole airline and everything. I mean, who gets a retouch without getting the airline done? I know I don't have edges, but the little I have, I shall have airline. Even if I don't have edges, I shall have airline. And it was really good. I was feeling myself, feeling like a bad bitch that I am. And that was how my hair day went. Even though I went to get a couple of bottles after this,